to the Sports Talk Podcast Series, Episode 4, Season 3. My name is Chase Moskowitz, Senior and President, along with my partner,
Vice President Junior Kieran Hetzel,
and Junior Daniel Almash.
Noah Volan, Freshman.
Sean Worth, Freshman.
Alessio Moffett, Freshman.
Lucas Loria, Freshman.
Alexander Shafir, Freshman.
and finally,
Mr. J.
and we are back. And we are back. We're going to be talking about NFL trade deadline and the MLB free agency because the World Series is over. So we got a couple good topics to talk about. Let's start off with the NFL. I want to go to my friend Alex Shafir, and let's talk.
Well, first off, the Devontae Adams trade has not been working. Second off, the DeAndre Hopkins just went to the Chiefs, and that's going to be great for Patty Mahomes because now he's got basically a new Tyreek Hill, but DeAndre Hopkins is as good with hands.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't really agree with your Devontae Adams trade, but yeah.
Yeah, the Jets just came off a big win versus the Texans, who are like 6-2 or something like that. And Devontae Adams was a big part of that, having like a touchdown and a lot of yards.
I really like trying to move off topic here. I really think that one person that could be on the move is probably DK Metcalf because the Seahawks are in last place. Even though it's like a really close thing, I really don't know the way they're playing right now. That I really think that DK Metcalf could be a possibility if they really want to but they're probably going to ask for a couple picks.
I like Kieran's decision there to go with DK Metcalf, but I'm going to go with a little bit of homegrown talent from the Giants here. Azeez Ojulari. He's been hot on the trade market, but as we know, Zadarius Smith just got traded to the Lions because, Hutchinson's out with that broken, fibia, I believe.
Yeah, fibia.
And they only gave him a 6th and a 7th for him, but here's the thing. I feel like Azeez is going to get maybe a 4th to 5th round pick, maybe both. So just look through that for the next, couple hours because the deadline's at 5. So look through a Azeez Ojulari trade coming up soon.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think for the Giants wise, it's tank season. It's been the tank season for like 10 years, but I really hope that they don't win like three or four more games, and we just trade away Azeez and Darius Slayton, because I would just like to tank and get some receivers and a quarterback that can throw the ball.
I like that. I like what you just said there. I mean, honestly, the Giants have not been good since Eli Manning and Tom Coughlin when we won those 2 Super Bowls, 2008, 2012. But I think with us, we're just going to tank. And this week in Germany against the Panthers, it's the battle for the number 1 overall pick. I really hope we lose because there's been a trend. Any team who has lost to the Panthers this season, their head coach has been fired. So I'm really hoping that we lose so Brian Daboll gets fired.
Why? Give it to me. First of all, the only fired head coach that I'm going to be agreed with here is Dennis Allen from the Saints. He absolutely sucks. And for anyone who wants Brian Daboll's fired, I tell you this right now. Look in the mirror. That's all I have to say. Because Daboll, with a good quarterback, you've seen what he's done with Josh Allen. You've seen the similarities in the playbooks. Get him Cam Ward or Jalen Milroe, this offense. I tell you this now, with this top 3 defense in the league, this is a contending team next year with Jalen Milroe or Cam Ward. Thank you very much.
Honestly, I agree with you, Dan. It's not Daboll's fault. He's doing everything he can. It's just so hard with the team because they're trying way too hard to do simple things especially also it's been plagued with injuries. So again, it's not his fault. It's really just mainly the team and the way they're performing. So that's it. Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, moving on from NFL trade deadline. Now let's go to MLB. The season just ended. Let's not talk about the World Series because we've done it before, but let's give it to Dan, our favorite Juan Soto lover, and let him talk about Juan Soto for a couple of minutes.
I'm here to talk about just not only the best player in this free agent class, but this free agency class as a whole. I mean, you have top-tier stars and you have top-tier pitchers and batters. But when everyone looks at who is the best in this class, it has to be Juan Jose Soto Pacheco. That man right there, born to be a Yankee, lived the Yankee dream. I'll give you my offer here. My most comfortable offer here for him would be 13 years for $625 million. I would go more because I know Steve Cohen's out there in his room, and he's just going to offer him a bag. Chase, I'll give it back to you.
So I'm just looking at a Yankees plan B that we could possibly get if we don't get Soto. Which is when we get Soto, but if there is a plan B, I think that one person that we can probably go after is probably Christian Walker, especially if we don't get if Rizzo doesn't resign, which is not going to happen. Also we need a second baseman like Ha-Sung Kim, for the Padres. I mean, he's pretty good defense, better than Glaber, who's the worst defensive second baseman in the league. And as for pitchers, Tanner Scott, which honestly we could get even if we do get Soto. And I think that's a viable plan B if we don't get him.
For Soto, I feel like Soto is a great player, and he's one of the best right now. If the Mets do get him, imagine this three. Lindor, Soto, Nimmo. That is literally just a ridiculous first three lineup. All right, here. Am I talking or are you talking? Anyway. Listen, also Peter Alonso on free agency. So if we lose him, we got to get someone else. And here's another good player, which I would be interested if I'm the Mets. Anthony Rizzo. I'll tell you why. Every time I see the Yankees play, all I see, Rizzo hits the ball. That is consistency.
All right, let's move on. I'm a Mets fan, and if it's between Juan Soto and Pete Alonso, it's really hard to choose. It's kind of like it's loyalty, because Pete Alonso is is the Mets' Aaron Judge. He's been with the team. He's loyal. He's like a captain, but I mean Lindor's kind of there too. But but I'd say leadership. It's kind of close, but I don't know. I think I would go with Soto just because he's more talented. You guys want to?
I agree with that. I think for the Yankees, they're besides their biggest factor needing to get Soto back if they want to contend for another championship is 100% like Almash said, first base. We're not signing Rizzo back. He's old. He was a great team leader, but I think our options, that's what I was saying, either a bench coach or just have him there. And I think our best pickup besides Alonso, because I feel like for certain he's just going to want to stay with the Mets, loyalty, is to get Christian Walker. We need the defense and the hitting. Christian Walker's just been there the past couple of years, and that's who we really need besides outfield.
Hey, Mr. J here. Yeah, no, my main concern is Pete Alonso. I don't even really need Soto, to be honest with you. I don't think he's leaving the Yankees. I just want Pete to stay. He's like the heart of the team, and it's just if they get rid of Pete and then they get Soto, it's just going to be a different feel, and it's going to be weird. And I don't think they're going to be as good. So we'll see what the Mets do, but I know they're going to offer Soto a boatload of greenbacks.
Definitely, lots of money.
I also do agree with you, Chase, on the whole captain factor with Alonso. Coming from a Yankee fan, I feel with the whole deal with Judge is the thing is with Judge is that the reason why he stayed is because he got the offer to be captain. So I think maybe one of the incentives for Alonso, especially if they don't get Soto, because he'll probably, if you guys don't get Soto, which is gonna happen, they're gonna pay Alonso more money and probably offer him the spot as captain because he most likely is the only one on the team who deserves it right now.
Yeah, definitely. Let's get some couple closing thoughts. Let's talk about some other free agents other than the big two, okay? Just a couple minutes.
I also saw a report. This is more on the pitching side. I like Corbin Burns as a free agent. Yes, I think he's going to return to the Orioles because I think the Orioles, with the new ownership, they're going to give him a lot more money. But I'm going to go Yankees-wise because the Yankees have a lot of money coming off the books. And I hated Clay Holmes. My heart is shattered. I hate him. The Yankees bullpen this year was terrible. Garbage. I want Tanner Scott. I wanted him at the deadline, but seeing how much the Padres gave up for him just for a half a season, I looked at it and it was just terrible. I want my prediction for Tanner Scott signing with the New York Yankees. I want him for 3 years, $40 million, and this is after Christian Walker signs for 4 years and $160 million.
Yeah, some great thoughts. Lucas, what do you think?
I agree with Almash. I really, that was the number one free agent I wanted at the deadline. I wanted Tanner Scott because I had seen enough of Clay Holmes, in the midseason. He was just outrageous. Started good in the postseason, but that is our main concern. But I think, Tanner Scott, possibly Corbin Burns, and, yeah.
I think Clay Holmes is very underrated because he's inconsistent, but when he's pitching good, he's very good.
All right, let's get some closing thoughts, and then we'll move on to next week.
Yeah, one last thing about Lucas said, Clay Holmes was so bad this year is that even when he wasn't closing games, he was still getting blown saves for stuff that he didn't even do. So I definitely think we need Luke Weaver is great, but I think we need another setup man for him because Tommy Kahnle, even though he was really good the postseason, he was the one that lost us the game, lost us the World Series inevitably. So, all right, one more thought from Dan.
I'm on a time limit. Brian Cashman masterclass, as he does best. He's going to go dumpster diving in the trade market. Get me Camilo Duvall, even though he had a 4.89 ERA. I don't care. Matt Blake will fix him. He's an all-star closer, 102-mile-an-hour cutter. Get me the next Emmanuel Clase.
That's a great closing thought there, Dan. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you next week.